How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Shout out to all the subscribers. Gratitude to anybody new. Welcome along. Hope everyone is well. This video is going to be about Subriel Matias. He's got a fight this Saturday against Gabrielle Valenzuela. But the premise of the video, they can't keep a good man down, which is an artistic twist on a song by Sizzla. But, you know, it really is a testament to Matias' spirit, which is why I love watching him fight, because you really can't keep this guy down.
They can't keep a good man down.
Porque cuando tú estás seguro,
Always keep a smile when they want me to frown.
de lo que tú das y tú eres, no le temes a los riesgos. Porque cuando tú estás seguro,
They will never ever take my crown. My crown.
When you're sure what you know that you have, the skill that you have, then you take the fight.
El orgullo de Maternillo, Subriel Matias.
They can't keep a good man down.
boxing.
So yeah, this song, I absolutely love this song. I play it every single week, and the album is actually amazing as well. I'll leave the link in the description. If you don't know that song, you really should know. But look, they can't keep a good man down. That is obviously what I'm talking about here. Good man, Subriel Matias, and boy, he's got one hell of a spirit, and I'm really excited to see him on his comeback, to be honest with you. Obviously, he fought Rodriguez a few months ago now. He got buzzed in that first round, which is a little bit worrying.
Of Subriel Matias has begun. Nice right hand there from Ramirez in the early going. And Matias might be in a little bit of trouble. He was buzzed by that one.
Because I want to talk about just, you know, what his chin is like now. I know he's had a tremendous chin. I've talked about that in the past. Highlighted times where he's got whacked on it really hard by hard punchers. And, you know, he's been in, you know, street fights. He's been shot a couple times. He's been in prison. And he's, you know, he's just a gladiator. He's a Terminator. And you really can't keep that kind of a spirit down, which is why I made this video. But, you know, I do wonder, and I do, you know, I'll say this, right? I made a little comparison to like a Street Fighter 2 graphic, so I'll pull it up right now, as you can see. So this is like, if you look at the energy bar, right, this is what a fighter's long energy bar is like when they start fighting, right? And as I'll switch to what it can end up on, I'm talking about overall now. I was like, what I'm trying to say is the overall neurological, like, chin and ability and well, if you will, like, you know, only goes down. I'm not saying his has gone dramatically down. I'm just wondering how far down has it gone, and is it high enough to be able to come back and, you know, challenge for that title again? Because we know this is, I think it's an eliminator for the Hitchens fight, right? Which is a fight that Hitchens swerved, let's be honest. You know, he was talking about the hydration and stuff, rehydration, and then he fought Paro. Won a good fight, to be fair.
I think that would line me up for a belt, and I think the IBF belt, Subriel Matias is the champion right now. So I think that's the fight we'll take if that get presented to us, which it should get presented to us. But like I said, I got to see how I feel with the rehydration clause. The last time I fought for the IBF, I didn't like the way I felt. That was versus Yomo Alamo. And after that, I told my team to never put me in a fight for the IBF belt, because I don't want to do the 10-pound rehydration clause.
I thought Paro was going to do a lot better than that, but I'll get onto that in a separate video. But Matias has been through a hell of a lot, right? In terms of it, not just his life, but his fighting style. And, you know, the fight against Paro was a bit of a mystery to me. Give Paro all the credit in the world. He fought a tremendous fight, but something was a little off with Matias that night, for sure. There was some theories going around there about how he threw the fight. There's no real proof on that, but that certainly, you know, wasn't the ferocious Matias I was used to seeing, you know, which is what I really fell in love watching him. He so fights with such passion and such heart.
This is hand speed, which is really extraordinary. There it is. And
Down goes Jukabaya!
And he really didn't that night. And, you know, but it does seem like he's really, you know, either got that out of his system or needed some kind of a rest or whatever, because the way he fights or the way he has fought, you know, it's detrimental to your spirit, really. You know, you're neurological, and like when I say that, I mean, like, as I was saying, your chin, having a good chin and starting off with it is only going to go down, and having that, you know, desire to be, you know, a thirsty warrior forever is like, it's, I'm not saying it's impossible, but, you know, I'm not saying he hasn't still got that desire. It does sound like he does, but, you know, I thought he had that going into the Paro fight. I was like, I looked at his eyes and I thought I saw a really hungry, in shape, ready to go warrior. And, you know, he just, you know, performed the way he did, and it was really disappointing. I know he disappointed a lot of fans, which was crazy, really, because, you know, that was his homecoming. And this fight is in Fajardo, which is a beautiful little town, actually. You know, I went there a few years ago now. We went to Vienques too, the island, which is one of the most stunning beaches you will ever go to in your life. Wow, absolutely beautiful. But that is his real homecoming. He's from Fajardo, obviously. So, you know, wonder about the pressure and all this stuff. I don't know who's training him right now. One thing I would love to see him do is be a bit more defensively responsible, like he was a bit more against Ponce and he was against Ergashev. You know, those were really good performances. You know, he can obviously just abandon defense and go right in and take somebody out, and I do wonder if he's going to try and do that just to get back, you know, be so eager to either please the fans or be so eager to get the win, get back in position, all that stuff. I'm curious to see who he's got in his corner. If you know that, let me know in the comments, because it's a big fight for him. You know, his opportunities are running out, and you would think that this could be one of the last ones. He's, what, 32, 33 now? But it's a great opportunity to get a fight against a decent fighter. Let's talk about Valenzuela really quickly. You know, he's a very decent fighter. He's got some skills. He's a sharp, crisp counter puncher. He's got, well, I've only seen 1 or 2 fights of his, to be fair, but he's a Mexican dude. He doesn't fight like a typical Mexican, but he's got flashy hands, he's got fast hands, good counter punching. Like I said, he had a fight with Montana Love that he lost. He's lost against William Zepeda, and he's been stopped before that too. But outside of that, he's got a pretty decent record. He looks like he's got a bit of power as well. But he dropped Love with a really beautiful, crisp, hard left hook.
I think we're going to see multiple knockouts.
Or sharp left hook. He's got decent speed and decent zip, and, you know, he looks like he can box a little bit. So, you know, Matias would have to come down and make it a scrap, make it ugly, do what he normally does, walk him down and, you know, bully the guy. But, you know, I do worry about just how good his chin is now, and I say that just off of the Ramirez first round. Now, that could be getting caught cold, completely possible. Ramirez is also a decent puncher. You know, he got caught, maybe a shot he didn't see in the first round with 8-ounce gloves, and he wasn't so hurt. I think the commentators made a bigger deal out of it than he was.
Boy, Matias is taking some shots right now. Ramirez just going for it here in the early going, but back comes Matias.
But he's still got rocked a little bit, and it is a bit worrying because, I mean, he's been rocked several times, to be honest with you. So, and I've always said, I don't think you can knock this guy out. I think, you know, he's an ultimate gladiator, because you get him and anybody else, you know, barring not a giant in there or a heavyweight, he's coming out of that gladiator arena, right? Because he's just that savage. Does he have that spirit left in him? I think he probably does. You know, I'm just wondering about the neurological chin. Does he have that? I don't know. Let's hope so. And even if he does, even if his chin isn't as good as it used to be, it's still pretty good, because he was, anyway, he had a great chin. Well, I say it's still pretty good. I don't actually know. But that's the biggest question mark for me. Another question mark is, can Valenzuela take Matias's power? Or can he take his pressure, you know? You know, talk a little bit about science, because I like to make these videos now. I'm doing a little bit of a change of video. I'm not going to be breaking down the fights fully. I'm going to talk a little bit about art, a bit of music, and a bit of science in every video, and talk about boxing, of course. But, you know, it's not going to be a detailed fight breakdown. But scientifically, I made a video about Matias's punch technique. I'll leave the link up here. But what I was talking about in in that video was he likes to use weird random cadence, right? And he just has this explosion out of nowhere. He looks a little bit discoordinated sometimes, but then he's extremely athletic. He's got this very unique style because he does, I'll show you this clip against Ponce. I've showed it before, but the ability where he can just jump and move athletically across the ring like he did against Hawkins too, where he can just step, and he's got faster feet than you realize, you know. Yes, he looks cumbersome at times. Yes, his punch coordinations look a little off key, but I think that's what makes it a bit unorthodox for fighters, you know. He's heavy-handed as well. You know, the science behind his left foot hook when it comes in whipping like that, it's very loose and very beautiful, and it's like, you know, a really amazing combination, and it really catches guys off. And, you know, he makes people fight, and it's going to probably be that kind of a fight this Saturday. I wonder if what TV network that's on. If you guys know that, let me know, because I'll be off Saturday. I'll be definitely watching that fight. Really, really curious. I think he's probably going to be able to have enough to beat this guy, Valenzuela. Definitely, he should be able to, you know, say comfortably. He should be able to walk him down, take his power. If he's a bit more defensively responsible and he fights a good fight, it should be a late stoppage for him based off of the small footage I have seen of Valenzuela. But it's, you know, bigger and better things after that. So, and if he does go after that, I'm going to reach out to my man Rafael Rivera, who I've been talking about on this channel for a while. He's an artist, and we were talking about making a track for Matias. And if he does end up being a champion again, maybe we can have that conversation, because the beat that I made originally that I'll play at the beginning and at the end, it will be on that. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm obviously going to drill home that this channel is going to be more about music and science, more about boxing, but, you know, with the elements that I spoke of, and just to, you know, inject my DJ music kind of persona through the channel. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think about the fight. Let me know what you think about Valenzuela, if you know more than I do. And do you give him a chance? I know he's got some decent little skills there, but, you know, once those skills are breached, you know, I don't know if he's going to be able to deal with that kind of pressure, especially a hungry, animalistic pressure. But we'll see. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. As always, always appreciated. Peace. I'm out.
They can't keep a good man down.
Porque cuando tú estás seguro,
Always keep a smile when they want me to frown.
de lo que tú das y tú eres, no le temes a los riesgos. Porque cuando tú estás seguro,
They will never ever take my crown. My crown.
When you're sure what you know that you have, the skill that you have, then you take the fight.
El orgullo de Maternillo, Subriel Matias.
They can't keep a good man down.
Boxing.
Knowledge.